Hello and welcome to the Official Watches YouTube channel. Here at Jardin du Mayfair, heaven on earth for the watch enthusiast, I am delighted to say that today we're bringing you another vintage piece, a very special piece. It's the Patek Philippe Nautilus 3700 Jumbo. If you haven't seen my review on the 3700 in yellow, then you can check that out as well. But let's get started with what we've got today. Guys, just a quick note before we get started on the review, please do hit that subscribe button. It would mean the world to me. Hit that button and I'll keep these videos coming fresh and hot every week. My tech team tell me up to 70% of you aren't subscribed, so please can we get that number a little bit better so I can keep these videos coming. Thank you. It would be fair to say that the Patek Philippe Nautilus is the most sought after steel sports watch of a lifetime. It has reigned supreme for the past 40 years, since its introduction in 1976, and it shows no sign of conceding its status anytime soon. Named after Captain Nemo's vessel in Jules Verne's famous 1870 novel 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, the Nautilus had its humble beginning in 1974 when it was sketched on a napkin while Gerald Genta, the world's most iconic watch designer, was sitting in a restaurant enjoying his lunch and eavesdropping on a group of Patek Philippe executives who were chatting about the Basel Watch Fair at a table that was positioned close to his. Now, the Royal Oak was on the market as the first luxury sports watch in steel, and Patek, being AP's absolute competitor, needed to respond urgently. Genta took his sketch to the executives, and while his reputation was already preceding him, the wheels were in motion. There was a definite seafaring theme to both the Royal Oak and the Nautilus. The Royal Oak was designed with the octagonal shape of a diver's helmet in mind, while the Nautilus was altogether less angular and based on the portholes found in transatlantic cruise liners. The design, with its flowing integrated bracelet, was opulent and indicative of the burgeoning era of combining wealth with leisure. Now, having fully approved of Genta's napkin drawing and needing to create a model to fight both the quartz crisis and the boom of the Royal Oak, Patek Philippe threw caution to the wind and put the Nautilus into production. The Nautilus was so large that its first iteration, the 3700 1A, was nicknamed the Jumbo, and this is what we're ogling at today. When the Jumbo was launched, it retailed at $3,100. Yeah, that's right. $3,100 for this little beauty. Okay guys, it's that time. I'm very excited to say we're going to get it out and have a little look. So here it goes. One of the things that I noticed when I was playing with this watch this morning is the clasp is extremely Rolex-like, and this is just clearly the birth of the Nautilus. You can really feel that. It's so special. Before we get into the rest of the watch, let's talk a little bit about the case. The patented and entirely brutalist case is formed of a solid monoblock. The module is case and case back, with movement inserted via the dial side. Now, on top of that sits a second module composed of the smoothed octagonal bezel, the crystal and the hinged ears. Now, that continues the porthole theme for the closing of the case. These kinds of builds are affectionately known as top loaders, as they are assembled from the rear upward. They were a well-known dive watch design, and you'll see it on a lot of vintage Seiko dive watches. Less case parts equal less chance of water ingress, and that was the general idea behind it. The case on this one is superb and in its original condition, with original brushwork and polishing, still sharp, still clear. Yes, there are hairlines and some scuffs here or there, but in my opinion, this is a sign of an honest oldie. I'm always slightly reserved if I see a watch older than me that doesn't have a mark on it, as this could tell one of two stories. One is that it's sat in a safe for its whole life, which of course is ideal. But the second is that it's been polished to remove any signs of its previous life. And the question I start to ask then is how much metal has been taken off to create a box fresh appearance. A lot of the clients that buy these types of pieces are totally unfazed with the hairline scuffs. They like them as they come because these watches tell a story. Now, the dial here is the treat for vintage fans because it's taken on a tropical appearance with age. It was manufactured by Stern Frere and is a dark, almost black, smoky grey colour with a subtle blue hint. It has developed a smashing brassy patina that has spread evenly across the dial over the years, and that gives it the tropical moniker. When 3700 dials turn tropical, they create a glistening, almost starry night effect, which is very reminiscent of the stardust sea dwellers that we sometimes see on the market. Now, while many consider tropical dials to be a flaw, they are hugely prized amongst collectors, in a world where flaws in print and lacquer can become hugely sought after features. As with everything in the watch world, the jury is out about these things, but I'm firmly in the patina, tritium and tropical camp. Speaking of tritium, this jumbo has that beautiful eggshell colour in abundance on the indexes and on the hands. Happy, happy days for this watch. As was often the way in the 70s, Patek outsourced the movement to Jaeger-LeCoultre and equipped the 3700 with their ultra-thin 920 caliber, which at only 3.05mm thick is still one of the world's slimmest automatic movements with a full-sized rotor. Strap manufacturer was taken care of by Gay Frères, who were the creme de la creme of intricate bracelet making, and you can understand why, as the bracelet on these pieces drapes over the wrist like silk. I have to say, and you'll probably eject your eyeballs as I say it so regularly, Genta was an absolute master at watch design. Although his watches are very much of the era, when you look at the Universal Geneve Pole Router, the Royal Oak and the Nautilus, they are utterly timeless and a genuine treat when one of the originals come across my desk. Okay, so on to the meat and potatoes for this piece. It's from 1978 and it's priced at £129,000. Don't we all wish we bought them at retail back in the day? I mean, it's older than me, but I wish my dad had. The design is Genta, the brand is Patek Philippe, the movement is Jaeger-LeCoultre, the dial is Stern Frères, the bracelet is Gay Frères, legends in their fields, every last one of them, and all contained in this Nautilus. So you see, you really can't ask for better than that. This has been put together by the absolute titans of industry in their time, and that's why I'm in love with this watch. The tropical dial has taken on a whole new life for this piece, and I really hope that you've enjoyed this review today. Please do like, comment, share and subscribe, and I'll keep these videos coming fresh and hot every week.